This morning, detectives on scene after a body was found in Western Sydney overnight. One of Australia's largest healthcare providers caught up in a cyber attack. A court date for the Crows star defender after a major crash in Adelaide's north. And Brisbane tops the nation for a booming nighttime economy. That's all coming up on Sunrise Early News.
Live across Australia, this is Sunrise Early News.
Good morning. Detectives are trying to piece together the events that unfolded last night after a man's body was found outside a home in Western Sydney. Crews located the body of a man in front of a property on Wargan Crescent in Glenmore Park that was partially alight just after midnight. Firefighters extinguished the blaze while the man is yet to be formally identified. A crime scene has now been established with an investigation underway this morning. A cyber attack on a national healthcare provider has potentially exposed the private health information of thousands of Australians. Live to Jasmine Turlings in Canberra. Jasmine, good morning to you. Now, patients were notified, we understand, 3 weeks after the breach.
Yes, good morning, Mom. Partnered Health, which operates more than 50 GP and skin cancer clinics across the country, was notified of this breach on the 23rd of June. But we understand some of the affected patients may have only been notified as late as yesterday afternoon. Now, it's identified more than a dozen of its clinics across Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra and Queensland as being impacted by this breach. The company says it includes some personal details like referral letters, consultation notes and pathology results. Concerningly as well, it also warns that patients' Medicare details and private health insurance details may have been stolen in this breach as well. So the company says it has notified the relevant government cybersecurity agencies and has tried to put in a legal injunction to stop this information from being published. Mon.
Jasmine, thank you. A ruthless killer remains on the run following Sydney's latest gangland hit. 35-year-old Jack Chung was ambushed and shot dead in the driveway of his Carlingford home at dawn yesterday. Police found a GPS tracker attached to his car as they investigate his brother's alleged links to Sydney's coconut cartel. The family home is fitted with security cameras which could provide crucial evidence as police continue to hunt for his killer and the getaway car. Crows star defender Josh Worrell is facing potential jail time following a crash on a major road in Adelaide's north. He's accused of careless driving while the state's top cop declares a conflict of interest.
A pedestrian crossing Port Road is struck by a turning Hilux. Behind the wheel is Crows star defender Josh Worrell. The 25-year-old pulls up on the curb and gets out of his car before driving the 29-year-old victim, who's got a head wound, to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital. The collision happened on Friday morning when Worrell was on his way to training at West Lakes. Now he's been reported by police for aggravated driving without due care and failing to present to police within 90 minutes. The first charge carries a maximum penalty of 12 months imprisonment. The second could land someone found guilty in jail for up to 15 years, depending on the seriousness of the injury suffered. Given a high-profile person is involved, the police commissioner would usually be briefed, but
I have not been briefed on the Josh Worrell circumstance. That is a matter being oversighted by the Deputy Commissioner.
That's because Grant Stevens sits on the Adelaide Football Club's board and has a conflict of interest.
Any circumstances relating to the Adelaide Football Club, there are very careful considerations as to whether I'm briefed or not.
The Adelaide Football Club says it can't comment on the matter now that legal proceedings are underway. But it's confirmed it has no problems with Worrell playing the Swans on Friday night. He'll be summoned to face court at a later date. Lauren Rose, 7 News.
Queensland's rail chaos is set to continue, with commuters facing 3 more months of disruptions. A maintenance backlog has left 26 trains out of service in the state's southeast, forcing thousands onto packed services running every 15 minutes during peak hour. The disruption follows months of protected industrial action, which has slowed maintenance and worsened the backlog. The network isn't expected to return to a full timetable until at least late September. A convicted murderer has been given the green light to receive Ozempic injections and plastic surgery in a Victorian prison. Elisa Schiller is serving a 16-year sentence for the murder of her housemate and a mother of three over $50. The killer has now withdrawn her successful application for IVF treatment following backlash over how she would raise a baby behind bars for its first 5 years. Brisbane is now the nation's leading nighttime hotspot, overtaking both Sydney and Melbourne. Just earlier this week, industry leaders were calling for the state's nightlife to undergo a major overhaul, with claims that Brisbane risked losing its momentum ahead of the 2032 Olympic Games. Now the River City is boasting more venues open after dark and more than double the sales turnover than both Sydney and Melbourne. Checking Thursday's weather for you now. Brisbane showers and 21. Sydney showers increasing, 18 degrees for you. In Canberra today, you can expect a morning frost, a sunny 15 degrees the top. In Melbourne, cloudy and 15. Hobart today, also partly cloudy and 15. Adelaide, a sunny 16 degrees. Perth, showers, possible afternoon storm, 22. And in Darwin today, a sunny 32 degrees. Stay with us, still to come on Sunrise Early News. Shocking footage emerges of flames swallowing a freight train in Canada. And don't look down, this surface paradise stunt, 252 metres in the air. That's all next on Sunrise Early News.